understandable.
You ready?
Hey y'all, welcome back to Let's Talk That Talk with Cola. And today we're going to talk about attention seeker. But first, we're going to introduce ourselves again for the ones who are just joining us. I'm Coco, and this is my partner slash
I'm
sister.
Lachey. Yes. I'm Lachey, and it is so nice to meet you. Well, be here again because it's a blessing to be able to do this every week, literally every week. Because we're on episode 11 now, baby.
Yeah, 11.
All
I
right,
know
give me 1 second. I'm trying. Got one more thing. Okay, we good. We good.
we was having technical difficulties earlier. StreamYard would not allow us to come on, but we are here now. 9 o'clock.
Baby.
Better late than
Stream y'all said it. Stream y'all said the people was over here trying to break the bank. Okay. They was like, it is real high. The traffic is high today.
never.
But I was like, it's probably gonna die down around 9. Everybody probably doing something. I don't know. Because we ain't never had that issue.
Never, never,
Never.
never. Yeah. So how have y'all week been going? Mine's been pretty smooth. What about yours, sis?
Girl, mine's I ain't gonna say mine's been pretty good. I don't really have no I ain't got no complaints, and there ain't even no point of even complaining if I did. Because what we gonna do about it? If it ain't an answer, ain't no point.
Right. Now I agree
But
with you on that one.
But we are going to talk about get into this attention seeking and where we think it comes from. Because I feel like it comes from um I feel like it comes from a lot of childhood. I do feel like it comes from your childhood. Because I feel like people that need attention, they have to it's because they lacked it somewhere, somewhere in life. What you think?
Yeah, but let me see how to put it without being nice. With being nice. The attention seeking. I understand if you were like a teenager, but as you get 30 and 40 years old, come on now. You if you ain't had that attention by now, you ain't gonna get it.
True, but all right, now think about this though, sis. You got a lot of 40-year-olds, 50, 60, possibly 70 and 80, that still have that 12-year-old child that has never been fixed.
That is true. But you know what? Like childhood is more understandable. But when
Yeah.
you get in relationships and marriages and you post everything on Facebook, to me, that's attention seeking because we don't need to know the problems you have, and we don't need to know you single every day. We don't need to know you're a single parent, or just different things. I ain't gonna get into details. I'm digging, but I be on Facebook and I be like, why is it the need to say some of this stuff that y'all say? Y'all be in whole relationships, but you still be posting the most and doing the most.
But I feel like it's because they still not getting the attention they're looking for. It's stuff
I'm
that's still
looking for at this
tickling
point.
them. Cause like think about it. You can have like we know people, right? We know people that have like what looks like a great mate, they pictures and everything, right? They travel and everything. They look like this great relationship or a good relationship,
Okay.
but they will see them post stuff that we know is because you're lacking attention. But so I feel like it's like an itch. They just can't. It's like in the middle of their back, and they don't have no spoon, no brush, no back scratcher, and they can't get it. They can't satisfy what it is that they're missing. Pretty much, like they can't. They haven't got that.
Okay.
They haven't been able to go back and fix wherever the root was started at.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
It
that's what
makes.
I feel.
I just be like, after you in a relationship, what is it that you want? You begin to act like Michael Jackson now. You ain't have a childhood. Well, what's going on? 'Cause it is so aggravating. Like some of the stuff I could screenshot and post, but I ain't gonna do that. But I be like, damn.
Yeah, but I mean, it. I don't know. But I also feel like just because it happened in your childhood, everybody's not like that, right? Everybody's not. Everybody's not.
I didn't get a lot of attention.
Okay.
But I don't like attention. Like I hate attention. I'd
Yeah.
rather not be noticed because I may want to come in the room one day and not speak to you.
See, that's because you won't be common. And for me, it's the same thing. I've been through, like, even today with my counseling session, and I still got my notebook sitting right here wide open. But even my counseling session today, and going through some because my counselor that I have, my therapist that I have now, she ain't worried about all that surface stuff. She want to dig deep down in there and pull it up from your gut, and so you can go and spew it out and go and run on, right? And I love that because I've never had that. Like, I've had great therapists. I've been in therapy since I was in my 20s. I'm big on, yeah, I'm big on going to therapy. I don't care if nothing's going wrong in your life. You still need that person that's not your friend, it's not your family, it's somebody that can listen to your stuff. And if you just want to be raw and ugly, you can be. It's no judgment. So I probably will never not have a therapist, right? Well, I don't plan on having no more besides this one. This is the only one I like. This one. It's the only one I want. But she makes you sit with stuff. So we were talking about like being mute. Like, and I know we're going kind of off topic, but talking about kind of like not having a voice. Not, and I'm one of those people that I have a big mouth. Like, when I'm comfortable and I feel like, girl, we clicking or whatever, girl, we can talk, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna do it all, right? But if I'm just coming in or I have to go to an event and I don't know nobody, you will catch me in the back of the room. Like, I'm gonna be in the back. I don't need to be like, I don't need you to put my face on the screen. Like, I don't need to be front and center. I don't like the attention because I'm, like I said in one of my posts, somebody was like, you're an introvert. No, I'm really shy. Like, you wouldn't get it from me by following me or if you really know me, but that's because you know me. But if you was just meeting me, you would either think I'm standoffish, you would probably think that I mean, and you probably would even think I'm a conceited, and I can be. But it's really I'd rather just go on in the back, let me sit in the back, chill out, whatever. And once I know you, then the next event, I'ma talk and hug and laugh and ka. But if you take me somewhere else, and it's a whole arena, it's gonna be a whole nother process again because I really am shy and I don't like I don't even like being caught up on stages. Like, nothing. I remember we went to adult prom a couple years ago. And my wife never been to prom. So it was her first time going to prom. And we won prom, our king and queen, right? Okay. And me, my mentor / best friend, she hosted the prom. There's another one this year too. So and she pulled the name out the thing. And we have this thing, I don't know what it is, but we could literally have a whole conversation and not say nothing. Like, and know exactly what each other is saying in our eyes, right? So when she pulled it out and I'm looking, and I'm not praying that we don't get it, but I'm like, I do not want to go up front. It is so many people in here. Like, I don't like being in the front at all. And she looked at me and I looked at her and I was like, fuck, we got it. And I already knew it wasn't, and I knew, and just the way she looked, I knew. And Joy was so excited, and I was sitting there like, can we just hurry up and get up here and go back? But I didn't want to take her moment because she been to prom. But for me, it was I don't want. It's too many people. Like, even if I go out to a club or something, I gotta have a few drinks before I can be free. Because if not, I'm watching. I'm probably gonna be at the bars or sitting, and you're going to get everything I said: the mean, conceited, standoffish. That's what you're gonna get, and it's not intentional. It's just I like to fade to the back. Like, let me look.
Yeah, it took me 2 or 3 times to meet somebody before I'm just, I don't even talk to them because I'm so funny acting, and it's not them. It's just, number one, I'm shy as well, and people do not believe I'm shy, but I am very shy. Like, I was smile the entire time because I'm shy.
Right, but I feel like because before people really started saying introvert and all that, that's what it was. That's what you use. And like when the person said I was an introvert on my page, I was like, I know I'm not tripping because I and they're educated. So I know I'm not tripping. So but I'm gonna go look at this definition because I know I'm not. I am an introvert, like I am. But for shyness, it's literally like um it's that fading. It's that it ain't that shy where I'm timid. I'm not timid, but in certain arenas I can be. And it's not because it's like almost like anxiety. It's like I had to work up energy to
Yeah.
be and I don't have the wife that's gonna be in the background. My wife is definitely gonna be a forefront person. So it's stuff that I have to definitely work on because even where our life is going, I'm not gonna be able to sit in the back. I'm going to have to be in the front, which is fine because
Yeah.
I'll be beside her. But yeah, I'm not for that, and I don't like
All the houses you trying to sell.
that too because you can't be in the back selling houses. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
no way I ain't gonna never get a house. I'm gonna be selling apartments, and that's not even that's rent. I ain't gonna have no money. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm all for the money. So it is something. And I'm glad I have, like I said, I'm glad I have the therapist I have because she is like, when I tell you she's so freaking sweet, you wouldn't even think like if you seen her, you would just be like, oh my God, she just gives this mom and the aunties and the grandmas that will come around you and they're gonna make sure you good and you fed and they're gonna hug you and all that. She gives all that. She gives everything about her gives safe. But baby, you're gonna
Okay.
sit you're gonna sit in some stuff.
I got some questions for you about your therapist
Go
because
ahead, let's go. We can go however we want to tonight.
I can help somebody tonight. That's if you're comfortable or willing to open up with us. We're family now. We're on the 11th episode, so
Okay, is
okay. So, at what point did you realize you needed counseling? Like, what make you say, okay? Because a lot of us Black people don't believe in it. So, what made you say, okay, I'm gonna do counseling?
honestly, so I used to have I had really bad anger issues, like bad. I mean, it doesn't matter who it was. You could literally say good morning. If my morning was bad, you was bad too.
What?
Everybody morning is about to be bad because that's where I was. Like I really had a lot of stuff. And I told my therapist today, I said, I don't wish you could have seen me then, but I do. So you could so she could, because whatever we was talking about, it went for that moment. And I was like, compared to the stuff I've learned, even in this last past 2 years, the stuff I've learned, um, yeah, it was I was bad. Like I was bad. So I was ready to go through a divorce, my first divorce. And we were high school sweethearts. So we literally was like growing up together and raising our kids while we were still being kids as well. And it was stuff that we both could have worked on, but it was me. It was me. And I think I said on one of the podcasts, or I might even said it to you. Like I ain't one of them people to be like, oh, it wasn't me. No, it was me. It was definitely me. Right.
Okay.
Um and it was just like, I gotta do something different. I gotta do something different because I don't like this outcome I'm getting. I don't like what I'm feeling and the anger I feel because there was no limit to the anger, like none. So like if you piss me off and you're in the car, I'm going to chase your car. And I did not care what could happen if I chased your car. If we had a dispute and it got into where we were about to be physical and I can't get you, I showed up at your house and I did not care that you could literally kill me on your property because I'm now trespassing, right?
Right.
So it was bad. Like it was no, yeah, it was. Even with my kids, they definitely calmed it down a little bit, but it still was bad because I wasn't full parent mode. I was still trying to maneuver life, and then I had kids that started at 15. So what I knew was kids and
Okay.
marriage. That's what I knew. That's what I was. And it does, and then I think I also went through a phase of kind of like regret, honestly, because once I became a mom, I feel like life just was like ain't none. I didn't realize I didn't have what I have now, where you got role models that is over the last past probably I have them. I've had role models since I was probably like my daughter 21. So since 2022, I've had like like people that I could click with, not so much like authority figures, but more so like friends and mentors that I could click with because they were where I want to eventually be.
Right.
So prior to that, no, like I didn't, it was literally your mom, you got to go to work, get your diploma and find a job and that's your life. That is boring as hell. And I'm a Capricorn. I get bored quick. So that is boring as hell. So I'm finding any and everything to get into.
Hmm. So, wow. Now that's interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. So my question is to you, what have you learned? Because you say you've been in counseling since 20s.
Mhm.
What have you learned by going to counseling?
That is needed. I think it's something that everybody should have. You should have a therapist on speed dial. No lie. With insurance, without insurance. Like right now back, and that's probably also why. Now, my let me make a disclaimer. My counselors before were great. They were not nothing was wrong with them, but I
Mm,
feel like sometimes you just need that therapist that you don't even care about coming out of pocket because this person is making it make sense. Like they are actually digging in your inner person and not just what I went through as a child. That's over with. Like now, how do I deal with it? How do I move from that?
okay.
So I feel like I right now in this moment, I've only been going to this counselor for I think like 2 months now. I feel like you need to interview counselors. That's what I've come to realize.
Okay.
Just the way you go to interview for jobs and they get to know you, I feel like you need to really get to know your counselor, or at least not just pick them out of a provider list. Like have a conversation before you actually go into it, and then see if it even feel like okay, I feel safe here. Like she doesn't, even though she reminds me I'm safe, I don't have to get it because
Okay.
she is like she resembles for me safety.
Okay.
So I feel like you need to interview your therapist, and I feel like therapist is needed.
Okay.
What else you
That's
got?
perfect. Because I didn't see that Lachey. I see the new and improved Lachey. So when you say this, I be in shock. I'm like, what? For real?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Like I'm telling you, I'm surprised that half of what like I was telling our sister Cree, right? And I was talking to her about like addiction and stuff. And I was like, that's something I just never had the taste for. Like I never had the taste to go just try crazy stuff. A
Right.
little, Bob Marley every once in a while. That's it. It was no like we're not doing no type of pills. Like even with painkillers, if it had something that was gonna knock me out or I couldn't control myself,
Right.
I don't want it. Let's figure it out another way.
Mhm.
But I'm surprised. I am. I'm not surprised now because I mean I kind of feel like a lot of it had to do. I had a real good praying grandmama. And I'm probably sure she probably stayed up a lot of nights for between me and my mama. She probably stayed up a lot of nights. But I feel like I mean I was surprised prior to my revelation um that I wasn't strung out because or like out here doing some real wild stuff like some real wild stuff. It wasn't wild today, it was more so just the temperament of myself.
Okay.
And even though I didn't have a boundary of how far I would go, I did have a boundary. Like I knew I wasn't going and be on the corner. Like I wasn't doing that. I was actually terrified of that kind of stuff or drinking myself stupid. Like I don't want to look sloppy. So
Right.
I've always had those things. But yeah, I'm surprised that I wasn't like my story ain't is not worse than like it's not as worse as it could be. Let's say that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because you said you used to have anxiety
Hmm.
when you're around people.
Hmm.
So was that the reason you went to therapy? Was it any kind of depression?
It was depression because I literally I just had got to that place where I couldn't figure out like I couldn't control like even with the urges of um being I don't know what we can say and not say. Even with the urges of, as the old folks say, hot in your tail. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Even with that, I wasn't one of those ones that just go and just throw it out here to the world. Like if you were blessed enough to have me in that way, it was because I thought something was going to come from it. I've never even had a one night stand, but it still got to that point where it was just certain stuff like, girl, what is you doing?
Okay.
So that was really it. It was just that, what are you doing? Like, okay, now it's time because we need to figure this out. And I'm glad I did do that because it probably would have been a different outcome. Because I still, even with that counselor for the time I had her, I still was wilding out. I just wasn't wilding out to the point where, well, I guess I was still kind of endangering myself. It was more so a wild out of still the anger part, but it wasn't. But the hot in the tail part calmed down.
Right.
That's what calmed down. The hot in the butt part.
Okay. So do you think you was just hot in the tail because of the depression you was going through, or the
No,
lack?
at that time, no, at that time it was actually I was actually what is the word I'm looking for? Diagnosed with, and I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but it was pretty much bipolar because of depression.
Okay.
So, and I, if and with, I mean, you're a nurse, so, but even with bipolar, some people like need to spend, like needs to circulate their money, like they have to go and purchase things, and it'd be like, wow, or they are really really angry, so it's
Just
the
diagnose me.
extreme, huh?
Just diagnose me.
Mine was being hot in the tail took my mind off of whatever I was feeling, even if it was for 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
And so that was my thing at that time.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what would you say? This was a question. Like, did you feel satisfied with yourself? Like, or do you feel satisfied with yourself now?
No
Even
one know. No one know. I definitely didn't feel satisfied there because, like I said, even if it was 2 seconds, it was a 2 second not thinking about it. It's almost like getting a tattoo. Some people get a tattoo because they love them. When I started getting tattoos, it was literally like off a Regal Mindset. They had the I don't know, I think it was the suicide, like kind of
Mhm.
I don't know what the name of the topic was, but that's what they kind of touched on, like self-harm and stuff. For me, starting off, tattoos replaced the me cutting myself. Because I remember one time I cut myself and Joy seen me, and she was like, "I will put alcohol on this," and all I could think of, what? Like that is gonna hurt like hell. Why would you even? And then she said, and I'm going to, I forgot who she said she's gonna call, but she was gonna call somebody and like get yourself together, right? I said, okay, I'm gonna fix it. I got this. Okay. But then I fell in love with tattoo because it was another way, and it's not self-mutilation because it's art and it's beautiful. So when I started getting the tattoos, like really, really wanting tattoos, that's what it was. I didn't want to feel what I was feeling that day, so I'm gonna get a tattoo. Or we
And the
got a
crazy
tattoo
part
party.
about it is Joy just put in surviving a Capricorn. She's ready to tell her story.
I can't stand her. I can't stand her.
Yeah, she's ready to tell it.
Yeah,
But
talk about it.
I'm just glad you're past that because I would have never guessed. Even the satisfied part, like I would have never guessed. Is it anything you feel like you wanted to change or you want to do better?
No, not now, because all of it made me who I am now. So a lot of that stuff really helped me to be um more aware of myself, one, what I don't like even as far as like I had a bad cheating problem. Like when I say I was a and I've said it, I say it all the time. I'm a recovering hoe, like for real. Like let's not fake. It just wasn't that it was just no any and everybody. It wasn't that, but it still would have been categorized as that, right? Even with that, like it was a problem. It was a really bad problem. So even now, if someone comes to me and be like, "Well, I already talked to this person because home not right," da 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 da, the conversation is going to be totally different than the conversation I would have gave you 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Because at that time, like my mom used to always tell me when I was little, and I mean little, like probably first, second, third grade, maybe. I was young. I wasn't even thinking about relationships. And then I remember her telling me again, I think when I got to like, I want to say after kid, maybe, but I remember the conversation and I was little and she said, you always keep a spare tire. And when your mama tell you that, it's like that's
Okay.
God right there, because she knows better. You know, you got to keep the spare tire. 'Cause my mama said I got to keep one, so that means at all times I got something to fall back on at all times. Yeah, and I held that. I held that, and if you started acting up, and I told you, don't worry your little self, because I have a spare tire somewhere, right? And but that didn't get me nowhere. It hurt people that I absolutely love and adore. Like even my first ex-husband. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love and adore him. He's absolutely amazing. He's one of my greatest friends. Um he's one of the nicest people I know. Like dead ass. One of the nicest people I know. Um, and even affected like I think did we go through? I think I apologized to him like years ago, but he's one of those people like it was years ago. It don't matter, right? But for me, it was no, because that was fucked up. Like I was really fucked up, and you could really hate me, like for real, like despise me, like, and
Mhm.
you don't. And even with Zay's dad, I mean, even with me and Joy, the journey we had to go through to get where we are now, it could have definitely been different. Now, me and hers, I feel like it started off with me, and then we kind of double dutched in with each other.
Mhm.
But with the first two, it wasn't them. It was nothing about them that um warranted what who I was at that moment or what I was at that moment at all. Now with Zay's dad, I think we had like a small competition at one point, but it still was the fact that we both had just got out of a long-term relationship and we probably should not have started dating for real, because we literally started dating in like November of 2009. And I think we were engaged 2009 and then married May of 2010.
Okay.
And we both had just got out of like a 13-year relationship. Regardless if it was good or bad, that's 13 years of stuff you got to unlearn. You had to dissect. You had to heal from. You had to correct. And we didn't know that. We know it now. Both of us know this now. And both of our relationships is where it's supposed to be because we know it now. But we didn't know that. So, um, yeah, yeah, I was a piece of work, baby. I was a piece of work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, now that we know that you were a serial hoe, and I was playing.
No, for real. Dead serious. What that man said, I've been delivered. No, for real. For real.
Wow. Well, that's good though. Like that's a good story because yeah, people are there and ashamed to say it. To be
Mhm.
honest, it's hard for people to come out and say they were wrong. Period. That's just number one. It's a lot of people that just don't even take accountability when they're wrong. So that the fact that you're able to say that means a lot because you know that you weren't just the problem.
Yeah, no, and I feel like you can't change until you do. Like the reason, like I think I said this before too. It's people that walk around here that really feel like that, and I mean they've said it, and I don't worry about it because I know why I am the way I am. But it's people that's around me that really feel like I don't cheat anymore because I'm with a woman. That's not the case. Because a person can't change you. And I'm telling you, I was the unchangeable. You could not make me do nothing. When I say Abby has my determination of once I say it, you ain't changing my mind. And if I do change my mind, it's something I don't care about. So it doesn't matter to me. But if I care about it and I say this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. And you could go ahead and call Jesus because he'll be the only one that will make me change my mind at that point. It literally was me saying I wanted something different. It wasn't. And even when people look at my life, they was like, oh, you girl, you got a good life. Now I do. Absolutely. I absolutely do. I absolutely deserve it. I absolutely, absolutely deserve it. But regardless if it was my wife or if it was me and taking more work, I
I'm laughing
still
at your wife and your best friend, so
I'm not
don't.
dealing with them. I still feel like I would have had this life. It wouldn't have been what it is now, but I still would have had a great life because I already always dreamed of having my bellsman at my door going to get my car and heating it up for me. I've had that dream since I was a kid. And it's so crazy. Like, I wish I could manifest these lottery numbers the way I can manifest stuff. Like, it's certain things, if I think about it a certain way, it can't be,
Yeah, that's true.
uh, it cannot be me thinking of it as a get. Like, I can't say, please, Lord, let me get this mega millions. I can't do that because literally in my heart it's for it's not just, it's not like it's more reasons. But if I'm just sitting and one of my kids are sick, I can literally, because what is important to me in that moment is them being well, me thinking it makes it happen.
Okay.
So I've always been the person that once this is what I want and this is what I dream of, it's going to happen.
Okay. Girl, dang, sis.
All right, who said they need to know? Who wants you to elaborate? Why am I not seeing it?
I wanted Danelle. No, I wanted Ellie to elaborate. Like, who call we eavesdropping on?
She said she feel like she eavesdropping on it, like she not supposed to be hearing us talking right now.
Oh, okay. No, like, please elaborate. So I need to know. And hold on, we got a question.
Okay.
Hold on. So within.
Yeah, that's for manifesting. So whatever you feel, whatever you see, whatever you touch, what you believe is what you can bring to pass. Because you literally have to feel it, smell it, see yourself in it, and believe it and walk in it. Like Joy said the other day, I already walk like I'm a multimillionaire. I do. When I see something I want, it's not well, let me go check the account. Now, if it's bill week, okay, I ain't gonna be out here tripping, right? You gotta be responsible. And now I'm also learning not to just go out here and just splurge because I want to, because I really don't need anything, right? But she said that, and I told her, I said, but I've always been this way. I've never been the person that's like, oh, I don't have it. No, it's gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
Okay.
It's gonna come. You're
I
right.
literally walk around like I'm a multimillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Your wife said I was rethinking our friendship. I said, no, she's just gonna still be my crazy friend.
Sis, no, you wouldn't have. Let me tell you why. Because you have a brand. You would have been talking to me on the phone, or like if we had to be around each other. But you would not have been hanging out with me because it would have messed up your brand.
I don't know
Now,
what.
I didn't know how to act when I went out, but it was very, very easy for it to go left.
What are some of the things that would have set you off? I'm just not dealing with your exes, but just in general, like
But I
as
think most of it okay, so I was a very, very I was
oh, that last.
I was very because I don't want I was raised by my auntie, and she didn't purposely make me selfish when I was younger. I'm not selfish now. I have selfish moments. But as a kid, I was very selfish because once my aunt took me in, she literally gave me everything she had. And no was not a word that was used for Lachey. Like when Christmas came, and I think I said that in the podcast, I was allowed to pick out my gifts and then give the other gifts to the cousins and the family. So I got to pick out the best, and then whatever's left they could have. So that was my upbringing for years, right? So I could not want a person and not want to be with them, but because I don't want to be with them, you ain't gonna be with them either. Like I was that person. You know how people like, if I don't have you, nobody gonna have you. It ain't go to that extent because I don't want to weigh orange.
Right.
But it was very close.
But you know, a lot of people think like that. A lot of people think like that now. They don't want to really be with you, but they hang on to you so that nobody else can have you.
Yeah, I did. And I would do stuff I would know in my heart that this is done. And if I see you talking to somebody, yeah, no. Go ahead, cancel that off. And if they got smart, then here we is. Here it go. But I've never gotten like I've only been in no, I can't even say that. I don't even think I've been in any for real altercations over a person. The altercations that I got into, it might have started because of a person, but it typically is because somebody I'm hanging with has now either been hurt or offended, and I am a natural protector. So for me, like I remember Well, I don't want to go too far into because me and this person is cool. But I do remember a time that I did get into altercations with somebody, and it wasn't because what now it was initially started from a relationship beef. But by the time we actually got into the altercation, it wasn't. It was the fact that my friend was hurt. It had nothing to do with anything else. And it was just like the opportunity is here. Here you go. So I feel like most of the altercations I ever got into was me protecting people. And in counseling again today,
Mm.
I protect people naturally. Like it's nothing for me to protect you. If I say, you know, how people be on it, call me sis because I'll be there. No, no, no. I'm not that sister that you. I'm saying it. I mean it. Like I dead ass mean it. If I can get to you and somebody has bothered you,
Mhm.
I'm coming. I am 100%. And my wife would definitely vouch for it because she's always telling me I need to stop doing it, which I've changed. But I was a natural protector, but it came from not being protected.
I don't know, Danelle. You be over people real quick. Like you be on to the next. One wrong move and you be like, I'm going. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That'll be real quick. That could be like the first 30 days with you.
Not first 30. Tell her don't come for you, Ellie. Tell her don't come for you.
But since from listening to you, it sounds like my good sis Joy deserves some compensation.
Hold on. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Now, like I said, we done had that obstacles, baby. Okay. I mean, she can have $1. I gave her compensation. Her name is Abigail Mackenzie Nicole Young, baby. That is
Yeah.
the ultimate compensation. No,
Yep.
I'm not talking to you. Don't come over. But yeah, I already gave it to her. I carried her and everything.
That's an expensive gift.
It is.
Yeah.
Now she fronted the bill, but them 9 months of extra appointments and shots and yeah, that's her compensation. She good. And she compensated me. She brought me a house. So we good.
A
Because she
strong
was showing off. Cancers are something.
girl,
But
counsel will give you counsels. Don't get me started. No, girl, you just elevated my
did
pressure.
you just say cancer will give you cancer? I cannot.
They will.
I feel like it's because it took me years to learn Joy. Like I thought I knew her after the first like 3 or 4 years. I didn't. It took me years to know her. And then even now, we changed so much, it still has to be that like we had to have conversations of us reminding each other to see where we are because we change. We change a lot. So the cancers are a lot. They're a lot. But I feel like once you know how
Sweet,
to,
though. They are really sweet.
they
But
are, and they are great. They are great protectors, great providers for everybody they love, not just their household, anybody they love. Um, I mean, for real, like, and what's crazy is everybody I meet is typically a cancer, even friends. Like, even the guy that came to my house today, he here telling me about a new alarm system. Next thing you know, we in zodiacs and numerology. And guess what he was? A cancer. And I was sitting there like, I felt safe. I don't know this man. And I'm in the house by myself with my daughter. I felt safe
you're right.
sitting across the table with this man in my home. Nobody else here, something was to happen. But it was something about him that was very, very peaceful. But typically, when I feel that peace, it is typically a cancer.
You knew you can whoop his ass. That's why he sat there.
Well, that nigga was buff.
You
I
don't
probably
care.
had to use a pot pan something. But it was but he was a cancer. And when he said that, I said, I figured. I figured.
Yeah, Danny. Counselors are sweet and they'll cause your teeth to fall out. All right. You're right. So you're right. But yeah, I don't know. Now y'all are good. I have met some. No. Well, I have met some good. It's so hard to say that. I have met some good
I see. I have not met a bad cancer.
Now, Big Sexy that's on here, that's not one of my friends, and she is so sweet.
When is her birthday?
To know them, July 16th.
Oh yeah, so she a cancer.
I think it's that. Anyway, no, that's my baby birthday. But she is so sweet, but that mouth be popping off.
But they always got gasoline with them. They just don't start the fire. All of them.
Girl.
I have one friend, I've never seen her pop off,
Oh,
but she never had to. That's why she
the
never had to. But I'm sure if she ever had to, it would have been fire in the streets. Like, and she's one of my, we don't talk now for whatever reason, but she's one of my best. I still consider her one of my best friends. And I said I'm gonna try to change the wording maybe one day, but she already got that spot in my heart, so I can't just be like,
burner off.
it don't exist, right? But I've never seen her pop off, but I know for a fact if it came down to it, if she was with me and I ever had to go for it, it wouldn't have been no hesitation. I know that for a fact, like none. But
And see,
she just
you're
wasn't that
right.
person to talk to.
You absolutely right. Because I don't know what it is. Like the sex used to be so nice and sweet. Then she got around me and I said, what happened? Girl, this is not true. What's going on? And
So
then I
was
got another friend. No, because let me tell you, I got another friend. She been my best friend for 15 years, right? And she's a Cancer, July
okay.
12th as well. And I don't know what it is, but she get mad at her girlfriend or her friends. I don't even know they into it, but I get blocked. Like everything she does, they'll come block me or be mad at me. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know it was any kind of beef. Like, what did I do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's just like I be dragged into a lot of Cancer mess. And she taught me like never to date a Cancer by being her friend.
Now, but you can't go. Well, now you can't anyway because you're married. But you can't go by. But Cree's like that. Cree will never date a Cancer ever again. Like I remember, and I know she was dead ass serious. She said when of course she loves Joy. Like she does. She loves Joy. But I'm her friend, right? I'm her sister.
Mm.
So, but I remember her telling one. She said, "I pray for you every day." And it's not even because nothing's wrong. It's the fact that I am with the Cancer, and she is like
It's
when I tell you, and her moon sign is Cancer, so she has some of the traits, of course. But and that's probably what shows up to, and that's probably what made that was that pull for me is her moon sign. Because I never feel like I would get along with a whole bunch of Geminis, but now I'm like falling in love with Geminis. And my dad's a Gemini, and I thought he was a Taurus all my life. I thought he was a Taurus, and
I
he's a Gemini.
always stayed away from Geminis. Tauruses, I think about them little raggedy cars. Like, no. Taurus, I got bad taste. I ain't never dated no Taurus because they always was eggs. I always look at them as them cars for real.
I cannot. Not to
They're-
put everybody in the car.
Yeah. But Cancers, I don't know. It's just and I love Joy. But it's just my friend messed it up for everybody.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they like some of the. It's almost like having an Aries in your corner or a Virgo in
I
your
hate
corner.
Aries.
But look at you and Ren.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
friend.
and
I don't even tell when I was with an
she's
Aries.
she's a full-fledged Aries. There is no sugarcoat. She ain't on the cusp of Pisces or nothing.
Yours says me. But you know what?
That's what I said. Did you pull something out of her? But I
No,
feel like yeah, and even I don't want to mess up your name, Corey. So please be okay with me calling you Corey. Even Corey, the first day I met Corey, definitely a Taurus, baby, it was on and popping. But me and most tourists, it's on when we it. I don't know. I don't know if I have like a pulling, like I'm gonna pull you in or you pull. I feel like it's me. I don't feel like it's too many people that pull me in. Cancers pull me in, Aries pull me in, friendship wise, and of course relationship wise, and Virgo. They are my signs. Like you give me them signs, baby. I don't even care what nobody said, but you had to prove to me that something is wrong. Because I'm gonna give you the benefit off your zodiac by itself because that's where I've had the best
because you
experience.
like, what's your sign? Let's
Yeah,
add up the
I'm
numbers.
asking you first.
What?
I'm asking you first. The first question, if we have a conversation, I need to know what's your birthday? Because I need to know, are you a Scorpio? Because if you're a Scorpio, I need to make sure, I need to watch you for a little while. I need to see because if you're not
Wow.
healed, I can't do unhealed Scorpios. I cannot and I will not. I refuse. But if they heal, like our sister Star, I can rock with Star. She don't got time to be messy or crazy or stupid. She out here making stuff shake and bake. Okay.
Right. Some
Yeah.
of them, sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
like Geminis, I stay away from Geminis but they're really sweet people. But just soon, like soon as they get mad at you, they're gonna tell it all. They
You say
ain't gonna,
Gemini?
yeah, they ain't gonna hold it back. They're gonna tell what they did. They're gonna tell what you did. They're gonna tell what y'all did back in 1962. They gonna put it on the table. Like they said, put it on the floor. They're gonna put it on the floor.
Oh, I did not. Why I thought Corey was a. I thought you was a whole Taurus, Corey. But it still makes sense though. But Cree 24. Like I have not met a Gemini that I did not fall in love with.
And 24, now Cree, she is the sweetest person till you cross her. 24 is sweet, but she ain't got time. She'll rather walk away from the BS
She
than to
will.
say something.
Yeah, I think you got really like probably push her. Mhm. And then
Oh,
you're gonna see yeah, you gonna see the other side.
yeah,
Don't do our sister.
all the way over the cliff. Like,
Mhm. Don't do our sister.
I don't know. They say it's me. That what Joy said, but I ain't gonna let her blame me because it's the cancers.
It's the cancers. But
Yeah.
that's your story. You've been sticking to it for the last past 3 weeks. So
Mhm. Yeah, but I love them, but it's hard.
but that's also you have to be emotionally
And we
available to be with
friends
a cancer.
part.
But you don't have to give her a lot because she's your friend.
Mhm.
You can give her friendship stuff. But in a relationship, that friendship stuff don't work for what cancers need. Because they do work off emotions. And I'm not saying soft emotion. I'm not saying like they soft. That's far from what they are. They're definitely some of the strongest people I know. Every single one that I know, and it's more than 10.
Yeah,
And
they be
all of them
like,
are very, very strong,
yeah,
very dominating.
yeah.
Um, but they still it's still an emotional part of them that you still have to feed or be careful with. And if we like for how I was, I'm telling you, Joy had to tell me, like, I'm not one of them people in the street. For me,
You
everybody,
show her
everybody.
ego, her ego.
I don't think I had to, but both of us have to have that. I ain't gonna say so much of a I ain't gonna say so much of a shoot ego because I don't think she has an ego. It's just that affirmations and kind of like stuff like that. Like making sure like appreciate and I do and I'm big on appreciating people. So that's easy for me even when I sorry, even when I don't like showing emotions,
Mm.
like emotion like sad, whatever, crying, that's emotion I don't like to show. But appreciation is so easy for me to give.
Right.
So that's I feel like that's more so is is able to speak to her emotional side of letting her know that what you do is not in vain.
So that's not hard for you because you know there's some cupcakes. Cancers are with the cream filling, and it's a lot.
No, I'm sorry. It was a lot when I didn't want to be vulnerable.
Okay.
Because you gotta be vulnerable to do it. But that's it. I don't that I'm telling you, Joy will come off and you would think that she probably like one of the sweetest people. Baby, don't get that lady. Don't talk at that lady. Don't make her feel like you think that she dumb. Cause how you talking to her? Cause the side you see is not the side that the world see.
Right.
You're not gonna get debonair. You're gonna get Joy Latrice. Okay. And they ain't the side nobody should ever want. I promise you. I
No.
promise you.
Yeah.
I can't say she's cupcake sweet. But she's one of those ones that um she will. I'm sorry, y'all. She will she'll just put you in your category and leave you there before she has to pour the gasoline on the fire. If that makes
Sometimes you
sense.
just gotta pour it.
Yeah,
No.
that do it. No, she it take her a lot for her to go off. Like I said, you would have to talk down to her or make her or try to insinuate that like she not educated because then you're gonna have a problem.
Mhm. Nobody don't want to be treated like they dumb or talked to as if they're dumb or
No,
don't know what they're talking about.
no, it's different though. It's different.
Because if they're gonna talk about it, they're gonna know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no, it hers is different. Like I was looking at getting a car, and we can go back to the topic though before but before it become a zodiac call. But I was looking to get a car like a week ago, but then the guy ain't do what he's supposed to do. So I'm like, whatever, don't we not tripping because I'm gonna take that as it ain't the time.
Right.
And but when I'm talking to the guy, people think I'm the mean one, like for real. Like people really think I'm the mean one. But she's gonna tell the guy, like I'm talking to the guys, like we're going back and forth texting. My text is like really nice and calm. And my wife says, you need to let them know that we're not gonna be there all day. Whatever they need to do, they need to do over the phone. I'm not coming up there and do no paperwork. We're not doing XYZ. So they need to run your stuff today. They need to get the pictures, whatever, whatever. Like she's giving me everything. And I'm sitting in my phone like this, like, oh my God, I gotta tell this man. And she has been so mean because I don't want us to go up there and she cussed this guy out. Because I hate when she got cussed at people out. Because I've been sitting there like, oh my God, I don't want to go to jail.
I feel on that though. You be there all damn day. You don't even want the car no more.
Girl, I told that man, my wife said, not me, my wife said, I need you to know it ain't me. This is my wife now. My wife
Oh,
said, but people really be thinking like she is sweet though. She is sweet, but yeah, she ain't playing. She not to play with.
wow. Mm-mm-mm. Back to you, Lachey. Ow.
Open book.
Shay Boo. Back to
Here we go.
you. So tell me what you could do differently, like going forward after doing therapies. I mean, doing your counseling and meeting
All right,
with.
repeat that again.
Tell me what you're gonna do, or what do you plan on doing going forward after talking to your counseling or counselor or doing your therapy.
So the end goal is to be able to um not doubt myself. Because a lot of people might look and think that, I mean, the people that know me would be able to see that that's like a stripe I carry on my sleeve. I'm confident, right? I'm definitely confident, but not confident in everything. So I doubt myself on a lot of stuff. Like I could know what I'm saying
Mm,
and I would still doubt myself on it. Like I would have to have it in writing where I can read it to you where I can be like, nope, this is what it say. Then I won't. But if it's something like a test or I have a really bad doubting problem of myself.
mm,
I flake on myself. No matter how awesome I know I am, I flake on myself. So my goal with all of this is being able to one, get my voice completely back
mhm.
because I have a voice and I have the mouth. Everybody knows this.
Right.
And I will say what I feel and what what bothers me. But typically, by when I say it, you've already irritated me, and that's why I'm saying it. Not because it's the first time you did it. It's probably like your fourth time, and now it's gonna come out wrong. So I want to be able to have that voice where I can still be able to choose my words wisely,
Mhm.
and of course use my Chat GPT because it
Yeah,
throws
that
everything.
works. It
It is
does.
amazing. But being able to maneuver life differently and be fully confident. Like even when it comes to my like spiritual gifts, I sleep on it so much that even if you tell me what it is, I'm a battle with what you're saying because I sleep on it so much. Like my friend Amber, when I tell you, girl, that lady came to my house one day and we had some guests here. And soon she went to the refrigerator to get something to drink because once you come to my house once, I'm not getting up to get you nothing. You got to get it yourself. So she was getting up to get herself something, I think to eat a drink or whatever. And she felt like different. It was really different. So we did what we did. She went downstairs, we prayed, she knew where to go. She is so gifted. And she always, like, she is one of the only people I know that would be like, you need to open your mouth. You need to say, like, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning. And if she has a dream, baby, if that lady texts you and says she had a dream,
Mhm.
do not doubt the dream. Okay. Don't. It's gonna be real, right? And I think that's something that me and her have in common because we dream and what we dream is what it is, even if it don't make sense right away.
Right.
Um, but even with her telling me, and I know like she's not here to boost my ego or she's not gonna sit and just tell me shit just because she want me to feel good. That's not what it is. But and I'll still sleep on it. I still won't speak up if I need to speak up. You would have to piss me off for me to fully speak up. Like you probably can get a lot past me before I actually speak up. So I want to be able to get my voice completely back still in a way that's not gonna put me behind bars.
Yeah.
Because my wife said I can't fight no more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want. That's what the end goal is, to be able to fully have my voice and be able to say what I have to say,
Okay.
and not feel like I'm not gonna be heard when I say it, because that's something I battle with, and feeling left out.
Okay. So I was asked by Rand and Joy,
Mhm.
what is my crazy trait, past or current? I would say one of them is my mouth. Like I say my mouth, I'm very blunt. I tell people I got Tourette's just to cover it up, but I really don't. But it's but I say whatever. And I just feel like people just need to know, but everybody's not as hard as me, or people can't take things the way I take them. So I be trying to like calm it down a little bit. I'm
Mhm.
working on it. I ain't there yet. And then my other one is like trust. I don't know, like it's hard to trust people,
Yeah.
even with friendship. Like, I don't know. It's just, I guess, because I lost two best friends before, so it's kind of hard to even trust people in that area. So I don't know, and maybe I do need counseling like you, but I just go to the chat of 434 and then I just talk.
But I told you that I told you that I love the fact that you'll come in smoke. I mean, blazing, right? But then after we all like have our moments and talk about stuff for your LS, because she before all the smoke. Like, yeah, your LS before all the smoke as well when it comes to you. So I feel like but I told you in our personal chat, I love watching you literally come from being at 100 and taking a moment and like listening to everything everybody say and go back and see if it fit. And if it don't, you can still throw it away and still be blazing at 100. But if it fits, which I love, because you're not easily influenced, because if your mind is made up, that's what it is. But and I love seeing the fact that you can come back and be like, all right, I'm gonna give this a try,
Yeah.
even though you might be against it, but I'm gonna try it. We're
Right.
gonna see, but ain't no promises. But it's still the fact that it shows that you have room for growth and you're not opposed to it. You're not opposed to growth.
And then the crazy part about it, I come to y'all, don't like, it'll be something like as simple as a phone call or a text message. And I'm like, why did they call? Why did I make up a story, create this whole theory of why they call, what they wanted. And then y'all be like, what? Maybe it's not that. Try to see what it is, what it could be. And I'm like, oh, okay.
But I've always had this I'm gonna say it's a gift and a curse. Um Anything anybody does, I feel like it's a root. Like, I don't feel like you just wake up hateful. Some people probably do. It might be a possibility that some people do, but I feel like 90% of the world, when they get up and they do something like crazy or they start spiraling, something has happened. It's something that's coming from something. So
Right.
with that, that's the mindset I have with everybody. Like, even if somebody was to break in my car, as mad as I'm gonna be, and as mad as I'm gonna be, or as even what I may want to do, it's still gonna be that moment that is, even if it's quick, it's still gonna be that moment of why are they doing this? I'm always gonna ask why. Like, what is the why? I'm
Right.
never going to look at a person and just be like, they just trifling. They just trifling. You're trifling for a reason.
Right.
You weren't born trifling.
What happened? What did
Yeah,
you
somebody dropped you and they didn't pick you back up, and I get it.
do?
So
And a lot of people, and we do this in relationships too. A lot of people like do something to you and then come back as if nothing happened. They don't talk about it. They just come back and think y'all still friends, or y'all just gonna pick up where you left. Now, me and a friend like me and you can have disagreement, and but I'm gonna still come back and be like, "What you doing?" But
yeah,
not like a deep one to make me mad, don't want to be bothered, or don't want to be your friend no more.
right.
But a lot of people do that. They don't talk about the situation. They move on, and then here come the other person. Oh, I'm just calling to see what you're doing. Like, no, didn't you just say this, that, and the other? Like, we can talk about this shit.
Yeah. But that's the good thing, because if you don't talk about it, it goes on forever, and it could be something so simple. And that's why I don't cut people off the way I probably should. Like I'm not. I'm gonna give you chances to try to fix it, because one, I need that same grace. Whether it's with you, whether it's you, everybody needs that grace. You can't just be out here just chopping people toes off. Um, but it comes a limit. Now, as the limit has my limit got shorter, yeah, but I'm still not going to, like, it's a reason. It's a reason people are the way they are.
Right.
So I'm gonna give you the time for us to have a conversation. And at one point, baby, it wasn't no conversation. We're not about to have no conversation. We're not about to have no. When I tell you the cut off game was cut off, I did not care if you was on Chicago Fire. I don't have no extinguishers, none. But maturing and now and the counseling and stuff, it does give you it does give me the ability to know that my reactions were coming from a unhealed and trigger place. Because a healed person should be able to handle you
Right.
and whatever is going on in a way that is still not going to be a brick being added to my wall. Because what am I healing from? I'm just adding more stuff to keep healing from.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned today that we give each other titles, like how we're the strong Black woman, and we do the whole something happened, we dust ourselves off, we keep it moving. It still stems from having our childhood. It's almost like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a projection, but it's almost like projecting. So it's your defense mechanism. That's it. It's your way of protecting yourself. So you put yourself in this hard shell, because can't nobody get through it unless you open it up and let them in.
That's true.
But it's not a good place, because if you cut everybody off, it really is not always them. Sometimes it could be that person.
I think so too, because I find that being an adult and have no friends, you are the problem. If you can sit here and say, I ain't got nobody, I ain't got no friends, it's you.
It is.
At your grown age, it's you.
It's you. Now, if you choose to have the same two, okay, that's your thing. But you have to have more than two. Because even with a mate, your mate is not going to be your everything. They're not going to be able to fulfill everything about you. So you're going to need those friends, and that may be like you just need that circle of people. It should not be a small circle, because you're not networking with nobody. So that means you're not gonna grow but so far, because the only people you networking is two friends. Are they like millionaires? Like do they have businesses? Like are they achieving anything? Because if not, where are you gonna grow at? Because neither one of y'all are doing anybody any like, you're not serving each other for real. Right. You're just rotating in the same little small circle, and there's no growth. I would not be able to have and do or be where I am if I hadn't met you, right? The podcast would not be a podcast if I didn't meet you. We're gonna push, we're gonna do what we need to do to get the bags, baby. Okay. Right, so right. I have that. Then I got the mentor that has the business. Like, everybody in my life has a position.
And you help me with my technical support. You help me put it together, like everything I gotta say.
Everything. Like, it should. You have to have more. You have to have more than 2 or 3 friends. And if you don't, it's probably some healing that you got to go do.
Yeah, and you know what? First of all, I want to say, stay out my business, okay? Because I used to be that person to think, I don't need no friends. These friends are enough. You know, I don't know why I thought like that. But I felt like the friends I had was enough, and I didn't need new friends.
It was just safety.
And it's crazy, because when they passed away, I'm left with no friends. And I'm like, well, you know.
But they were your safety. They made you feel safe to be Coco. No matter who Coco is, good, bad, indifferent, silly moments, strict moments, straight off the tongue moments, they accepted you for who you were. So it was a safe place. You knew they had your back. So it was safety. So, and that's what we do. Because I was definitely one of those, no new friends. And then when I got into this organization, no new friends where? Give me. And I used to say it all the time, and I had to change my word. I don't like people. And I literally just changed that this year. I can't say I don't like people, because I literally collect people. I always have a
Exactly.
person.
I'm not.
Always.
I'm trying to get
You're
there.
going to. And let me tell you why, because you have that personality. As much as you don't want people to come into your circle, you literally let them come around it. They might not be able to get on in the middle,
Yeah.
but you let them come around enough so you can watch them and see if they're worthy enough to come into your safe space. But you're very loving. You would give anybody that you care about, even if you got, tell us that they done pissed you off and you don't understand why they need it, you're still going to go and give it.
I'm laughing at Joy. You
What
know,
the hell she said?
somebody gonna judge us. So you see, I got Shay.
What does that mean, Debonair?
Oh Lord, she's cutting up.
Does she
But
always? I can't. I wish. I just want to. And I'm only doing it off of here. But you have to. It's fine to have your safety friends, but you have to grow your friendships because networking does not go far with 3 people.
that is true. It goes absolutely nowhere because you see how I've been wanting to do a podcast for 2 years. And the moment I brought it to you, you said, I'll set it up for you. You did all the back work.
Mhm.
And then you was like, here you go. So it was like at that point, it was no excuse for me. If I didn't take that opportunity that you had presented and run with it after you was, telling me how to set it up and do the screen yards, I was like, I'll be a damn fool.
But you also didn't have the time. You're a nurse. You promote. You do taxes. You do makeup. You do candles. You're a mom. You're a wife. You're a sister. Like
It's hard.
your book is really, really full. Right now, my book is not that full because I'm still had to pass my test before my book can even start getting halfway full. So if I have the time, okay, let's go. But I also feel like I'm one of those people that will push your dreams and accidentally forget to push myself to, which is something I'm also working on.
Yes.
Because like even with Alpha started doing her hair oil. I harassed her until she was selling it. Like, I mean, harassing her until she was selling it because it was good. My hair felt great. Abby hair felt good. Like it was great product. And I'm sitting there like, why are you not selling this? Like, what are we doing? And I harassed her. Like literally, like, sis,
is popping.
what are we doing? Right.
Right.
What are we doing? And I didn't say it like that because it's Alpha, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna harass you until it's up. Like, I'm going to harass you because I feel like it's easy to push you, it's easy to back you. Like, Joy has a million ideas. And if I really sat down at the table, I probably could put all of them
You could.
and get all of them started. It's just so many. I don't know where to start, but I love being the person that gets you there.
Yeah, she is business mind to me like a Virgo. Joy is. She do 1,000 things at one time, and
That's
if
moon sign.
she don't have a 1,000 things going on, she don't feel like herself. Like she got to have a lot going on. You see, she got 972,000 books out.
And about 18,000 jobs.
Yep. Yep. And that's why I'm
and
doing
it's not because she need it. It's not a need. It's just it has to be consistent. It has to be consistently going on. But she's a moon, her moon is in Virgo. So that's what's gonna show up. So that's why you see that. Yeah.
Look at me being psychic. And I was going, but
it's a good intuition, baby. You gotta know it.
But for real though, I feel like, and that's why every time I see something, I was like, I'm insensitive to my sis, because if she finna do this with me, I ain't gonna do it by myself.
Girl, you can call me and be like, sis, I want to go capture the moon. Let's go. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it. Let's go.
You're like, she got me in everything. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
go.
Good
to have a sister, because guess what? I'm gonna drag you.
I'll be right here and I'm gonna cheer you all the way through. Like, there's no reason that you can't. And I remember when I again, stuff that, like, even with my kids, it's certain stuff they go through now. What I'm able to give them now is what I wish somebody would have gave me. Like, I wish somebody would have said X and Y is not gonna work. You got to do something different. Nobody really said that until I started getting mentors, and by then I already had my behavior set already, right? But I wish I had somebody that told me when I had a kid that I could still do whatever I wanted to do, because that's not what I heard. What I heard was, you're a mom now, so all the other stuff don't matter. You need to take care of them. And it does. It gave me like I said earlier, it gave me a little sense, a little bit of like almost like a regret. Like, why the hell would I become a mom this early? Like, I can't do nothing. And that really wasn't the case. It just didn't have the right people to say, girl, you can go to the military if you want to. I couldn't because of asthma, but that was a dream of mine. My dad is in the Air Force, so I wanted to be in the military. I just couldn't because of health issues. But then still at the same time, once I had the kids, that was out the window too. But that would have been a perfect opportunity to go.
Right.
So when you call or you text me and say, if you could call and text me and say, sis, I'm gonna become an appraiser. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Put them all on there. Everything you want to do. Get a certificate, get your license, get your degree, whatever you need to do. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm with you.
Yeah, make it do what it do.
Yep. I feel like we have to motivate each other with certain stuff. That's how we're gonna get it.
Yeah. And you have to have somebody that's not gonna say, oh, I think you probably should wait. No, you don't need to hear that. What you need to hear is go. It's only two things that's gonna happen. You're either gonna be able to do it or you're gonna realize it's too much and you gotta go back and do it. But if you don't try, how would you know?
Right.
And you're not limited. We're not in a world of limitations. It's a free go. It's a free go. Get whatever you want.
I'm with you with that, sis.
Now, what else you want to know about me and this counseling?
Girl, I think you have told it all.
Okay.
From the beginning to the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We appreciate it because there's some people out there that need to know that. And then it comes to reality like, okay, this is my life. This is how I'm going to fix it or try to fix it. Now, if you want to let everybody know who your therapist is, you can put it out there. But if you don't want to share, I don't blame you.
No, I would definitely share. I won't share on here. But if you want to know, you can just inbox me and I'll definitely send it to you. And the whole company, I believe, is absolutely amazing. But I deal with just one person there, and she's absolutely everything, like everything. So if you want to know, yeah, just inbox me or Coco, whatever, and I'll definitely send you the whole website to do your first consult. Because that's what I love too. It's not we make an appointment, we jump right in. No, we did a whole we did problem areas and everything. Like what is the reason for this? So you know where you're going.
And they may even do virtual. You never know. So
totally virtual. We don't live nowhere near each other. She's actually there where you are in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
Look at you. You meant you gonna move to Atlanta.
Okay, line it up, baby. Line it up. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. I don't think it's gonna be Atlanta. I think it's probably gonna either be probably further south or right above it. So we'll see.
Texas.
That's what my wife wants. I do not want it. Do you see what they have right now? You see what our sister over there putting books over her head just in case the tornado come? We're not doing that. Because Dallas get it too.
It's worth it. And with this idea, we can't say the idea, but this idea we want to do, it's gonna be perfect. We need to be
I'm leaving. Now, since it's gonna be the time you're gonna be like, where you at? Girl, I flew back to Maryland because they said a tornado was gonna be here on Thursday. So I had to get up out of here on Monday.
Well, you can be then. I may be on with you. But with what we got planned, we gotta really I think we need to be together.
Okay. I'm with it.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
Of course we will. Duh.
Not you, Joyce, because we always getting bills.
Okay. I always want to send a damn invoice.
Right.
Any questions?
No, I was trying to make sure we didn't have any more questions, and we don't. And that's okay. But we've been on here an hour and 14 minutes. We took enough of y'all time. And we was late. So we do appreciate y'all logging in even after 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And if you have any questions, I am 100% an open book. Like, I'm not one of those people that say I'm an open book and then be like, I don't want to talk about that. That's not me.
They'll close the book or rip that page out the chapter.
Yeah, it ain't me. The page is in there. I'm 100%. You can literally ask me anything and I'm going to give you an answer. I'm 100% transparent and I've always been that way.
True. That is true.
And make sure you come respectfully because I could also be the opposite of that.
Your wife said not too open, man.
No, I ain't saying open. Now, like I said, make sure you come correctly because I can definitely like be very respectful. I have no problem with putting anybody in their place because then it's disrespect. So then I have to. But yeah, I can't stand that lady. Like it's a book.
Right.
She get on my nerves.
But I want you guys to go like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can get the notification every Thursday. And sis, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, if you're against therapy, open your mind up to it. I do feel like everybody needs it or should have it or experience it. Because it's not the same as calling your good girlfriend or your best friend. It's definitely not because they are not. Everybody is not skilled in giving you the appropriate information that you may need to be able to better yourself and get yourself from that rotation that just keeps going around in the same freaking circle and there's no broken door for you to get out of, or being in a jar and the lid is off and you don't realize it, so you just keep sitting down in your mess. Don't do that. And then if you have any like topics you want to talk about or join the show, email us. It is shoot chat with, is it chat with cola at yahoo.com. Hold on, because look, we haven't used it, right? It is, I believe it's chat with cola. Yep. Chat with cola at yahoo.com, or you can inbox us, or if you got our number, you can even text us. But yeah, that's it. You on mute, sis.
Sorry. If you want to come on the show, just let us know. We'll make you very comfortable. You know, we won't ask you questions that you don't want to answer. You just let us know what you're comfortable and asking. And if you want to do it anonymous as well, just let us know.
Yep. And we here and we'll be here next Thursday. Finishing off the attention seekers, but it's gonna go into another part. Not without me. I mean, I'll be here, but it won't be me.
Yeah. I just dug into your life. I'm sorry.
I was ready for it because I felt like I need to talk about it today. I do. I feel like I needed to. I felt like it was a need. So hopefully somebody whoever it reaches or was meant for, they go get the help they need. Because you can definitely be better.
Yep.
Because I'm dope. Dope as hell, boy.
Make sure they not ugly. We love you too, Rand.
What she said?
Make sure they not ugly.
I cannot.
What is that?
She don't want the people up here with poor. She don't want no poor sight people over here. Don't do that. Don't do that, Ren. That's what you're supposed to put in our group, not on here.
No ugly people. Really said you love us.
Oh, I love you, Ren. I'm sorry. I should have knew that wasn't you. I can't. Why does it matter, Debonair? Why you over here telling me not to open? Get your life. But yeah, so good night. Okay. As always, we love y'all and we everywhere.